When is the right time to start publishing your ideas? The right time is now. If you haven't started this, or if you have started but paused, the right time to start publishing and sharing your ideas is now, without any further delay. Earlier today, I was in my backyard, and it's spring, it's May 5th, and I was spreading and broadcasting seeds in an area of my yard that gets a lot of sun. I've had this project for a while now to have flowers grow there. And I know that out of that little bag of seeds, only a portion of them will give a plant, will give a flower. Some of them will never work. They're duds. And some of them will work. I use this story as a metaphor to highlight the importance of you sharing the ideas that you receive through your work and through your experience as a professional. Ideas are not unique to you. Ideas don't come out of the blue. They come from your experience because you get inspired, you make connections, you take ideas from people, people give you ideas. See yourself as the conduit for those ideas. And it is your responsibility to pass them on. You are part of a great network of thinkers. You're part of a network of people who are interested in achieving a common opportunity. If you work in B2B, you're interested in making other business perform better. You're not the only one. And other peoples may have had the same idea as you. All those ideas are common, maybe they're common knowledge. But what makes them unique is your way to gather them, to connect them, to reframe them, to reinterpret them. And that is the art of building a narrative. A narrative is just simply a reframing of the same idea, another take, another spin on something that already exists, or maybe in a way that makes it completely original, maybe completely unique. Start publishing your ideas today, because this is going to get you in the habit of reframing those ideas, turning them into something different, and putting your fingerprints on those ideas, making them connected to you. When people read my articles, they see that the ideas that I put in my articles are attached to my name. I publish on a frequent basis. I publish several times a week. I record videos multiple times a week. I publish on LinkedIn. I'm sometimes present on Twitter and other platforms. I text. I talk to a lot of people throughout the week. And this is a major practice for building a strategic narrative. See, a strategic narrative is not just a one-time document that you write, that you complete, and you're done. It's a process. It's a process of evolving your thinking. It's a process of evolving how you see things and how you do something. So a process is characterized by its intensity. How often do you engage in this activity? How frequently and consistently do you spread your ideas with your words, with your publication, so that your audience can be the recipients of those ideas and now enjoy them, use them, maybe implement them, and pass them on to other people who may need them. See, earlier in the day, I was in my backyard broadcasting those seeds, and I could see myself with a gesture. I could see the connection. I could see myself spreading my ideas the same way I spread those seeds in the soil. Some of my ideas are duds. They will never land somewhere. They will never land anywhere. But some of them are very useful. They happen to be very useful. And I rarely know which one is useful or not. Sometimes people give me feedback, sometimes not. Sometimes I get unexpected, unsolicited feedback or email telling me, oh, you know, that idea you mentioned a while ago, I finally got to understand, to really make sense of it. Or I finally got to turn it into action and do something with it and implement it. The same is true for you. You've got lots of ideas already. There is no time, there is no reason for you to wait. People ask me very often, well, Guillaume, how do you come up with so many ideas? They assume that it's because I have so many ideas that I can publish things, I can share them. But it's actually the opposite. I don't write because I have a lot of ideas. I have a lot of ideas because I write. Let me repeat this. I don't write because I have a lot of ideas. I have a lot of ideas because I write. See, if you start flipping the script, if you start changing your narrative about content publication, meaningful, and make it meaningful, publication is filled with meaning, because what you do is that you infuse a little bit of your soul, a bit of your spirits, a bit of yourself through your unique signature argument, your unique opinion, because you have valuable experience. Yes, you do have valuable experience, because your experience is your own experience. It's your unique experience. Nobody has the same way than you to experience life. If you pay attention to this, what you're building is a completely differentiated body of work, a system of stories, a system of ideas, a system of thoughts that become completely unique to you. That also is the art of building a strategic narrative, and as a result, growing narrative power for your business. Then your business becomes recognizable, becomes known for a specific way to look at things, to do things differently. It becomes your culture, as defined as the way we do things around here. As a thought leader, the culture of your firm is greatly shaped by the way you think. Culture in a professional services firm should be defined by the way we think around here. It's the way we think around here. It's our philosophy. It's our approach. It's our religion almost. The religious vernacular invites itself a lot in our business jargon, in our business vernacular. We say we want to convert people into customers. We want to evangelize our market with our message. We are going to have a ceremony to celebrate great successes, miracles sometimes. I want to invite you to publish now. Now is spring, and spring is the perfect time to broadcast new thinking, to rejuvenate the way you work, to rethink your approach to your work. Your potential clients are out there. You will notice that after a certain amount of time, your ideas, the ideas that have, that end up somewhere and end up germinating and sprouting, give birth to new connections, new relationships. Sometimes people write back to me and say, hey, the ideas that you shared with us 6 months ago, I'd love to discuss it with you. I may need help with that idea. I would like to hire you potentially as a consultant to help me really turn that idea from concept to action. We need your help. That's what in our work we call a lead. And leads starts with ideas, just like plants or trees or fruit trees start with a seed. The seed has everything has everything in there. The tree is defined by the seed. The seed is the code, the DNA for the tree to grow, right? your ideas are exactly the same. They are seeds for relationship, first of all, and they are seed for potential work. And the way you do this is by broadcasting your ideas as often as possible, as frequently as possible. No matter what, you show up. That is your work. In fact, people think that meaningful content publication is only a marketing thing. They think that it's the activity that comes on top of everything that they do, that is extra. It requires them to carve out the time, to make more time to do it, and sometimes even hire somebody else to do it. Here is yet another way to look at this differently. I'm going to flip your narrative, reframe your narrative, flip your script one more time. I would like to suggest that you think about it as your primary work. Yes, sharing your ideas is your primary work. Your marketing is your ministry, as my friend and colleague George Cao would say. Your marketing is your ministry. Your impact starts with your marketing. Your impact starts the very second you share your thoughts with others, to tell them that you've seen their situation, that you know their situation, and you have another way to look at it. You have a different way to look at their situation. You have reframed the narrative about their situation. Yet another way to understand the art of building a strategic narrative for your firm. Now is the time to go publish your ideas. How do you do that? The best and most simplest way to do it is to start an email list. And recently, in the recent years, there has never been such an easy, it's never been so easy to do it. Don't go on social media yet. Start an email list, a place that will give you simple ways to think in writing, right? Writing is thinking in words. Writing is thinking in words. And you need to go back to that place religiously every day to shape your thinking, to clarify it, to articulate it. Give yourself the chance, to give yourself the power to clarify your ideas and finally be clear with and be okay and be aligned, be congruent with what you think, and learn how to explain it through your writing. This is another benefit. In fact, it's probably the biggest benefit, even bigger than creating connections and maybe leads. This is additional. This is almost bonus, right? Well, don't get me wrong, we still need those connections and those leads to make our business run, but it's not the primary intent. The primary thing you need to be doing is to cultivate your expertise through some sort of expression. I talked about writing, and I implied from the beginning of this video that you should be publishing text. But if you prefer to use video, or even better, combine both, then please feel free to do so. I do combine both. I started with writing only, which was not easy, but very powerful, because when you write, you can carefully pick your words. You have a chance to really mold and shape and sculpt your thinking. Whereas in video, it's more, I do unscripted video. That's another thing I want to mention here. It's more spontaneous. Ideas flow from my mind just live, right? There is no rehearsals. I just press record and I go. So if you're interested by this format, please do so by all means. Publish your ideas through video. Like I said, you could also mix both videos and text and give your ideas even more possibility to spread and to end up into somebody else's mind and create value and start generating growth, start generating possibilities, wealth, more well-being, more creativity, heal others with your words and your thoughts. Now is the time to start publishing. There's never been a better time for all the reasons that I just shared with you. Technology is easy. Spring is here, a little bit poetic reason here, but I'm sure you got my points. There is no reason for you to wait. Start an email list today if you haven't done so, or keep going, or grow your email list even more. Mix and match ways to express yourself. That's how you cultivate more expertise. That's how you frame your narrative. That's how you bring narrative power for your business. That's how you develop it. That's how you infuse it through intensity, through focus, through thoughtful, mindful, and meaningful practice of expressing your thoughts. You know everything already. You don't need more research. You don't need more interview. You don't need external motivations to do this. Everything is in you. Everything is in your control. Everything is in your power. It's just up to you to decide when you're going to start it. I look forward to getting your thoughts on this. I look forward to reading your newsletter, to seeing your videos, to look at your drawings. Please send them my way. I just can't wait. And I wish you a happy spring.